This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Howdy everybody, and welcome to Racecraft TV on this wonderful November 3rd of 2020. This is the NRE Cup Series. It's the Irish Hills 240 here at lovely Michigan International Speedway. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Tyler Vickery, and you're here live watching Racecraft TV. And you're going to be in for a wonderful night of racing. Stuff about to come up tonight. Well, it's Michigan. It always brings such fun racing. Tire strategy might come into here, but we are going to see on that later on in the race, especially in stage number 3. We're currently in qualifying, so let's go out onto track right now and see how everyone's doing. Brady LaBeouf right here, he just finished his lap. He's currently sitting 5th. Clinton Sneed, he's on his race right now, and he's rocking a new paint scheme.
Nice little paint scheme as well, and Sneed right now ran a green sector time in 1, and actually just a little bit slower that time around. Whoa, Derek Fulton decided to jump up to 8th on his second lap, ran at 38.8. That's his quickest. We've got a few drivers on track now. Gabriel Ellison just starting his first lap. Eric Zimmerman still on his outlap. Michael A. Adamson also on his outlap. But right now, Gabriel Ellison getting ready to complete his first qualifying lap here. So far, Sector 1 looks pretty good. Coming to the line now. And it's going to jump him P9. So not the best qualifying start right there on the first lap for Gabriel Ellison.
Eric Zimmerman just started his first lap. So let's stay on with him right now. The 94 from the Atlantic. He was getting it up there last time by, and he was making a lot of good moves, and it looks like an upward turn for Eric Zimmerman. He's been struggling a little bit, but he's looking like he's got what it takes to be playing with the big boys. So let's stay on board with Eric Zimmerman running that middle line right now. Michigan has a bunch of lines you can run in this massive 2-mile oval, one of 7 super speedways in America, and Zimmerman comes across the line currently in 13th.
Not a really good Sector 1 time. Looking at the sector times right now, as Michael A. Adamson jumps up to 7th after his first lap. But yeah, Eric Zimmerman had a really big struggle with Sector 1 lap time. However, he just put in a quicker Sector 1 and almost up there on the top with a 19.39. So Eric Zimmerman might have a good opportunity here to top that 14th place time.
Yeah, and that is identical to Michael A. Adamson's Sector 1. And let's throw it into Zimmerman. He goes up to 15th. Back to Michael A. Adamson. Oh, he does go up to 5th. Zimmerman goes 5th. Adamson comes across the line. He jumps up to 4th.
Ooh.
Raul Meza. He starts his lap. Yeah, that was his first lap. Meza is on a tear right now.
Really good Sector 2 lap time as well. One of the quickest I've seen right now. Keith Bradley's another one who's he was fairly decent. 14 place currently for Keith Bradley, but Raul Meza really running a quick time right now.
The top three
Sector-
are separated by 7 thousandths of a second.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Comes Raul Meza across the line. Where is he going to go? Grab that Chevrolet Camaro. He jumps back up to 4th.
And as we got a few others getting ready to finish up, Richard
Beasley
Beasley's coming up.
Jinx.
Justin Lumpkin as well crossing the line now. And Justin Lumpkin does not improve. Richard Beasley getting ready to complete his second lap now.
He's hugging that
Sector
inside
one looks
line.
good.
He's hugging
Sector
that line
one.
hard. Goes on to the trial vault, bounces across the line. Beasley currently in 14th, improves all the way up to 9th place. Good lap by Richard Beasley. Having a few reports that some drivers may have crashed on their lap. Nicholas Sacco, he's got 1 lap in there, but only has 1 lap. I think he may have crashed at the end. He's currently sitting in his pit box, and he's out of his car. So he's not going to be completing his lap right now. Clinton Castleberry sitting in 11th.
Matthew Highmore is on track now, and he is the only one on track currently that I see.
Well, the Canadian's going to be getting a lot of airtime on his qualifying lap unless more people join in the 2 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. I'd probably say Highmore has the lowest heart rate out of all of us.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yes, it is election night in America, but that's probably the only mention we'll have about that during this broadcast. I try. You don't believe me?
Hey, you're not the only one, okay? He's it's his first lap for Highmore. Sector 2 was a 20.1, so that's just getting up to speed. So we'll be very interested to see what Sector 1's gonna look like. So he's coming around 2 now.
Tyler, you've driven a lot of laps around Michigan. What's the ideal line around here? What's the key to making your car go fast? Because you're the oval expert in here with real life oval experience.
Oh, going to be some definite real life. With this track too, with Michigan, it's almost like treats it like a super speedway. However, you still gotta like what Matthew Highmore was doing there, going up to the high line and then just cutting down just to the low line like that. You don't have to. You don't want to go too far. Yeah, you don't want to go. That's the only issue with Michigan. You don't want to cut it too low. Otherwise, that'll happen. I'd say that that second groove line is where you want to run. So, not that line. There you go. Right at that line. If you hug that line, that's going to be the ideal line primarily, and then just slowly swing back up, and then just come back down. You can take that apron if you want to complete that lap. But a lot of times, even for like myself, like when you're running a 3x3 pack, if you want to be safe, run that third line where he was at just there, where Matthew was at up there. You can be able to cruise through at about 80% throttle and be able to save some tires.
Yeah, as qualifying ends right now, winning the McConey Setup Shop Pole Position Award. That is going to be the one, the only Chad Coleman, and that 38. He's going to be very happy about that. But before we go and give him that award and that little airtime, let's go for our Irish Hill starting grid. Chad Coleman, winner of our McConey Setup Shop Award, gets up on there on pole to 6 thousandths of a second ahead of Andrew Navarro. Then it's 1 thousandth of a second separating second and third place. Gabriel Ellison in third, followed by Raul Meza, Michael A. Admonson, Greg Wellen, Eric Zimmerman, Mark Truxell, Richard Beasley, Rhett Tucker, Clinton Castleberry, and Ryan Kendall finishing in 12th place, starting in 12th place. They're followed by Curtis Critchley, Brady Lebuff, Jonathan Munda, Keith Bradley, Taylor Peacock, Derek Fulton, Clinton Sneed, Justin Lumpkin, Brandon Bullock, Robert Richards, Matthew Highmore, and Bob Williams in 24th. They're followed by Nicholas Sacco, Bladen Edwards, Chad Oxnard, and Derek Mullins in 28th. And that is your grid here for the Irish Hills 240. And let's go on board with our McConey setup shop. Sorry, pole winner.
I gotta give a shout out to Eric Zimmerman. I mean, we've seen him still being new and everything. Like his license right now is a D class license, and iRating is one of the one close to the lowest, but he's at 958. But still an impressive run for him, especially for qualifying, getting up in the 7th. So he's going to be one to look out for. This might be a track that's well suited to Zimmerman.
It might definitely be, as we're going to be starting the gridding right now, as the timing on the session has just started off. Let's bring in 120 laps here at Michigan as Chad Coleman leads them on to the track. Congratulations, Chad Coleman, our McConey setup shop pole winner. Chad Coleman in that all-black carbon fibered helmet, and he's going stealthy with his suit as well. See, he revs up that engine and gets his baby out on track. Let's go to some outside shots and go get ready for this race. The Georgia man on pole.
Georgia man on pole. Andrew Navarro, he's always been one of those sneaky guys to be able to put in some really quick laps. So he's going to be one that wants to have a decent race here. We stalled all the carnage last week, so you know he's wanting some more redemption after that.
Well, he got a great job at Dega. Pretty much everyone was in his pocket right there, and he got that.
Yeah, he got it indeed, and I think he wants to one up it now too. I think he's gonna be a man to watch out for throughout the entire night.
As the lights on the iRacing pace car is off. This ain't the truck series. What am I talking about? I'm going crazy over here. All these cars are getting ready to go racing around this 2-mile super speedway. Pace truck goes down onto the low line. You are here watching Racecraft TV for the Irish Hills 240. It's green, green, green here at Michigan. Great even start all around. A little bit of wrestling already happening. Look at Raul Meza, that 37, already picking that middle lane, trying to get on low on Andrew Navarro, the 27, and Gabriel Ellison looking onto that outside line. He's already onto the bumper of our pole sitter of Chad Coleman. Here comes Ellison down onto the inside.
Ellison down on the inside, trying to get the more preferred line. Gonna run that bottom groove, trying to get a little bit of run, and that works pretty well as Gabriel Ellison takes the lead. But here comes Navarro down on the low side, not taking the apron yet, but he's gonna try to get a little bit of draft here, heading into turn 1, and side by side goes Navarro and Ellison into turn 1.
Almost 3 wide into there. There is a lane in the middle for Ellison for Coleman to take, but he's just going to sit back and relax. New rules for this race: no more faster pairs after incidents with lapped cars just getting in the way and causing incidents. The rules committee decided to not allow faster pairs, and if you do not tow after an incident, you will be black flagged for 1 lap. As we now have a IRL race reporter now, as Andrew Navarro is bump drafted Coleman into the lead. And very Listen Zimmerman.
My. Big save by Zimmerman. I think he was just a little low there. Oh, look at the 68 of Kendall way down on the apron.
Zimmerman slowed up a lot right there. We're seeing these cars getting a little bit loose. As we look at the front of the pack, Navarro is dancing on the bumper of Chad Coleman, and there is a 3-way bump draft as here comes Ellison looking onto the outside. He's trying to hold that outside line, save his tires just a little bit, not dive all the way down to the inside and cook up the tires. Kind of medium-ish banking here at Michigan, so later in the run you will have to manage your throttle, but very early on in this race, very clean, very nicely ran. 4 cars bumper to bumper up at front.
4 cars easily. We got 3 wide a little further back. Clinton Castleberg making a good run there. It's still somewhat 3 wide with Greg Wellen in tow. And
Oh, 3 wide for second.
3 wide.
Navarro,
man,
Ellison, Adamson on that bottom line, and Adamson in that Darth Vader Phantom 46 car. He pushes his nose up there. He's diving it, sending it into turn 1, and he's got second place currently. But look at those tires. That car is leaning hard. Watch it onto the exit. He's going to have a little bit of a wiggle, and now Navarro's going to have the push from Wellet and the draft of Coleman to get back up into second place.
Yeah, you can see right now, too, with how these cars are running. You can see that all of the different grooves that these guys are running. Navarro's way up on the high line, and then you've got 38 in the middle, and then 46 way down on the low side. So there's a lot of different grooves, and this draft package that they have with these cars for this track, it's really big. As
here comes Rhett Tucker. He wants to go 3 wide into turn 1. He's taking that middle line. Now, mid-corner earlier on, I saw Rhett get a little bit loose.
Ooh, it's Richard Beasley gets a little loose, but yeah, these guys, it's going to start getting really big.
Tucker's bump drafted.
Yeah, huge bump draft there, as you saw that. Side by side with Greg Long, getting enough momentum. Ooh, you can see there the 46, Michael Adamson getting a little, just a little bit loose.
Navarro just had a little bit of a wiggle mid-corner.
Start telling, seeing these guys really starting to fight with the cars now. Tires are starting to wear off as we're right there working 6 laps completed. So these tires are starting to wear off very quick, especially here at Michigan. On the throttle, non-stop.
Oh, they're so tight with each other right now up at front. This is amazing to watch here. Lap 7 of 120. Navarro looks onto the outside. Navarro looks for the lead. It's Andrew Navarro and Chad Coleman going side by side. Navarro going way up the track. He's lost all the grip, and he's going to fall to Adamson, and it looks like Greg Wellen and Rhett Tucker are going to take him on right there.
They're going to take advantage of this, and I think Navarro's going to start pulling back a little, knowing he's pushed that car a little too much. Whoa! As the 46, Michael Adamson dives it down on the inside into 1.
Very aggressive move by Adamson, but he really wants to stay up front. Big hold of the wheel, and a big wiggle for Greg Wellen right there. As it looks like Adrian Navarro just gave it a little bit of bump. We got 2-way bump drives, and Tucker gets up into it. Navarro.
Yeah, Tucker started getting a little loose there going in the corner. Navarro's holding a very high line, trying to keep that car under control. I think some of these drivers know with not having a fast repair anymore, you got to play it safe. You can't wreck these cars and get a new car like before. So
driver that is playing it safe is Mark Truxell.
Yeah, Truxell. After what was a wild and rough night for him. Ooh, that was a 32, I believe. I probably had a little loose. I saw it. Truxell goes 3 wide, splitting the gap, able to make it clean. Is 3rd place now. Tucker trying to work on 3rd place around Michael Adamson, and it's just not going to work right now as his tires are starting to fall off a little.
3 wide for 4th place now. Down the inside, that is the 27 of Ellison. Pressuring Rhett Tucker. Navarro holding an outside line. Tucker and Navarro been side-by-side buddies for a while, and out of nowhere comes Richard Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley's been, I think, saving some of his tires a bit. I highly doubt he's been running full throttle, and now knowing he's got an opportunity to try to make up some time here. Now he's getting on the loud pedal early. You see Tucker getting a little loose there on that middle of the high line, so he's definitely as the 18. Keith Bradley slides up the track a little because of it. I think he might have even scraped the wall because of it.
A lot of drivers getting loose back into single file action now as the tires are letting out a few of these guys. Let's take a look at the weather here at Michigan. It's a sunny 75 degrees here in Michigan in these Irish Hills. And it's 107 degrees track temperature. And that's probably making these guys a little bit nervous on these tires.
Yeah, it's definitely making them a little nervous as Tucker gets loose again. Almost gets it into Navarro. But yeah, the high track temp is really not helping these cars out, especially when they're trying to get the tire temps to be just right. And I mean, setup's key, especially with this track. You want to have that those tires perfect. If you get those tires set up wrong, those tires are going to be overheating so quickly. It's just going to be unbearable.
It is a fixed setup race here in the NRA Cup Series, so everyone's running that same setup. It's just how you ride it.
Yep, especially with it being a fixed setup.
Castleberry making a move on Beasley. I saw him sending it into turn 3. Didn't know if he was getting onto the brakes or not, but Richard Beasley running up down low on, nope, getting ran up on foot in Castleberry, but he's got a good draft of Rhett Tucker. And he's going to stay up there. Currently single file all the way up into Castleberry. And Gabriel Ellison now. Ellison swinging around to the outside. Greg Wellen gets a little bit loose. He's down onto the inside of the track. Look out for Michael A. Advinson and Andrew Navarro. They're in each other's draft, and Navarro giving him a good little push, trying to get around to Greg Wellen, and he does. Advinson up into second place. Now gets in front of Wellen, and Navarro's going to be start falling down the grid to Rhett Tucker.
Tucker is in 5th. Navarro's running that high line might be beneficial for him just because he's not really pushing too hard as now they've switched. But it was very helpful, so he might have had enough tire save for a bit where he could run that low line, try to get around Wellen, but you can just see there he just cannot get that run on the inside line.
And remember how we talked about the new rules with the no fast repair? Probably the biggest rule ever implemented into the NASRA. It was very controversial when they asked about it. But when they saw it in action at Martinsville in the Truck Series, they knew they had to get this rule in there. No more stopping the car and taking a pee break. Rhett.
Right now, these guys are starting to pull. Woo! Navarro almost got into the wall there.
And very interesting, there's a massive break in the gap. Now, we got an entire group. The top 8 are all nose to tail for each other. Then it's a big gap to 9th place behind him, as Wellen dives way down the track.
Yeah, it's very interesting. That's going 2 by 2, 3rd and 5th place. But yeah, these guys have pulled out a massive gap already. I mean, 3-second gap now. And I think the reason why is that these guys have been a little bit more organized up front compared to everyone further back. It's a mess. I think I see 3 wide way further back for those guys fighting for 9th and 10th. Oh yeah, we see 3 wide, way further back. Keith Bradley in the mix there. With these guys up front with Greg Wellen, Chad Coleman, Richard Beasley, these guys running single file. These guys are pulling away at ease right now.
You're noticing something new for our ticker. We're doing the exact same ticker that NASCAR uses in real life with their block strategy. They show 5 and then they move it forward, and I know it glitches out, looks a little bit weird, but don't worry if it looks a little bit weird. Guess what? You can change it to a little bit of a scroll. As we look at Andrew Navarro, he's looking down low. He fell back just a little bit. He's going behind Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison. Sorry if there was a little bit of a glitch on the intro. We are running 2 streams at the same time here on Racecraft TV. You can go over and watch 2 races at the same time. Stick with this race or go watch the debut of the DXR series here on Racecraft TV with our other broadcast team, which is very impressive that we are already moving on to 2 broadcasts at the same time here on Racecraft TV. Always wanted to provide the highest quality streams, and now we got a second group. They've fallen back. Gabriel Ellison big hit. Ellison's loose, very loose right now, but the top 3 of Greg Wellen, Chad Coleman, and Richard Beasley have broken away.
Broke it away easily. These guys are running just running single file, but yeah, really unfortunate for Navarro. I didn't see much damage between Navarro and Michael A. Adamson, but it might have been just enough, though, where they're going to lose a little bit of the draft just by that simple mistake of Navarro getting loose down on that low lane. There goes Navarro, gonna make it pass cleanly, but you could just see he's definitely having to wheel that thing a lot more than before. So that car is definitely getting unsteady for him.
It definitely is getting unsteady. We're going to go to our wide shots here as we were watching that big three-way fight up at front. But we got a massive pack in the back for 10th place right now. Clinton Sneed leading that train. And were they just 4 wide?
I think they were.
Man,
Yeah.
that was a hair-raising moment right there.
Oh, yeah, always, especially with how these guys are. Meanwhile, Greg Wellen took the lead over Chad Coleman. Rhett Tucker's starting to become Jaws right now as
He's trying to catch up. He's currently sitting half a
gaining.
second behind of him. So he's able to catch up on the straights, but how hard is he pushing those tires?
Oh, he's probably pushing them hard. You can see how much higher up he's sliding up to the track, to the high side of the track. He's just got to watch it, though, because one missed time, and you're going to scrape that wall or even just absolutely slam the outside wall. So that's the only gamble there is if you hit that corner wrong, you're going to spell disaster for yourself by hitting that outside wall.
And this race is also the last race for the cutoff point in the playoffs. The top 16 in the championship get to move on, and our drivers that are in and on the bubble, we're going to go up 3. Going to go all the way from 14 to 18. And 14th is Clinton Sneed. Max Steck. Clinton Castleberry is on the wall in our championship standings, followed by Brandon Bullock and Curtis Critchley. Those are your bubble drivers here in the NASRA. And that is going to be very key here for our playoff drivers here in the NRA Cup Series. Stage 1 expected to go 30 laps here. And we just have 7 more laps to go before stage number 1 is crowned and some playoff points are awarded. And one of those bubble drivers are in the hunt.
Yep, and definitely making some runs. Greg Wellen right now still leading, but you can see the Rhett Tucker is not that far away, and so is Gabriel Ellison and Clinton Castleberry. These 3 are closing in on the
They're catching
top
up.
3.
That draft is very powerful around here. One of those drivers, Chad Coleman, he's currently sitting in 11th in the championship. He's running 2nd. Richard Beasley, he's not in that threat area, so I don't expect to see him to be struggling. But the man that's on the bubble, Clinton Castleberry, sitting in 6th place. This is definitely a race that he needs to be good in.
Yeah, this is going to be a big race for Clinton Castleberry. He needs to have a good finish here. Honestly, I think he needs to at least get top 3 or win the race to try to give himself a chance on securing himself in the playoffs. Ooh,
Or just really, he needs to finish ahead of Brandon Bullock, Curtis Critchley, Jason Higginbotham, and Fulton. Currently, he's doing that.
Yeah. That'll do it too.
Richard Beasley sitting in 12th place. He's sitting in 3rd, right behind the 11th place man of the championship, Chad Coleman. So those 2 guys know how to do it, and somebody who's always known how to do it, Rhett Tucker, who I believe is leading the championship.
Yeah, and I believe so. The consistency Rhett Tucker has is these guys, as Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison have a nice little fight here. I think they know they want to catch up to these top 3 if they want to get any kind of extra playoff points here.
Bob Williams, he's got some damage on there, running in the Trump 2020 car. I don't know why, if it's just always about that, or lovely car, must say, showing some bias. I don't know why, but it's always the Trump cars that are involved in an incident.
Yeah, there's always that. Even in NASCAR, like all of that curse of any political car that's in a race always ends up being like one of the first few that are have some kind of red. It's really odd.
Yeah, some people don't like politics, and that's how they get into the wall. So we're going to get off that and get back to our race lead with 3 laps to go here in Stage 1 for the NRE Cup Series. Irish Hills 240.
And Chad Coleman starting to look on the inside there. It's starting to be go time for some of these guys now as we're getting ready to complete lap 27. So only 3 laps to go, I believe, this time before the end of the stage. So it's going to get pretty dicey here these last few laps.
Let's ride on board with Richard Beasley at the back of this train. The driver from Ohio, Richard Beasley, the number 10 Tide car, sitting all up in the draft of the Transcends 48. Our pole position winner of Chad Coleman, following that Hunter Pence Baseball Academy number 1 of the Hunter Pence Baseball Academy, number 1 of Greg Welland, leading out the field. We look back on this train right behind him. 2 laps to go here in Michigan.
2 laps to go in Michigan. Just see the little gap that Welland has pulled. And with the straights, for some reason, Coleman's really good on the straights. But it's just as soon as you can see it here, as soon as they get into the corners, Welland just gets that better run at the corners. But man, the tire wear is definitely showing.
Yeah, tire wear is going to be a massive talk point, especially in Stage 3.
All right, man, caution
As
is out. Caution is
speaking
out.
of the stages, Stage 1 is in the books, and it goes to Greg Welland.
I was going to say, I thought they threw the caution 1 lap early there, as this is lap 30 right now.
I think that might have been a slight miscalculation, but so the caution's out, and here is your point scores for this for stage number 1. It is Welland taking the win of stage number 1, followed by Chad Coleman, Richard Beasley, Rhett Tucker, Ellison, Navarro, Castleberry, Sneed, Fulton, and Ryan Kendall. You're here watching Racecraft TV, and we'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car.
prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live for the NRE Cup Series. Chad Coleman is now leading the race after that pit stop. After that stage break, and Greg Wellen sits in third of that second row as we're about to get this field restarted. So, stage one, what is your key takeaways from that, Tyler?
Everyone's just playing fair, so had some really good runs throughout the entire field. Everyone was playing fair. Had a little bit of a moment with Andrew Navarro and Michael Adamson, but other than that, the race was fairly clean. So, but we saw halfway through the stage, we might see some breakaways, especially with how the top 10 had a huge breakaway there for the second half of the stage.
Yeah, first part of the stage was very tight, looking very good, and very clean, I must say. So, 30 more laps on the table. Let's get them rolling here at Michigan for the Irish Hills 240. No crashing cautions yet so far in this race. We'll see if they can keep that trend going as we're going back green racing here in Michigan.
Start to the race so far. With stage number 2, everyone's trying to mind their P's and Q's right now as Andrew Navarro is now looking on the inside of Greg Wellen, heading out of turn 2 actually, and onto the backstretch.
Onto the backstretch they go. No one knows to tail. Richard Beasley already looking for the lead. Side by side they go. Greg Wellen getting a little bit of help, getting his nose in there as well. New leader of the race, Richard Beasley.
First lap's led for Richard Beasley. Greg Wellen's going to try to see if he can get on the inside, but he's going to get right back into the draft. And nice little camera here. There's a nice little push by Greg Wellen going into turn 1.
That bump was probably upset Beasley just a little bit. You definitely don't want to be bumped going into the corner. Look at that. The 99 of Rhett Tucker getting into third place. And well, he's going to slot in there in third place, and probably that's the best spot you want to be in. Sit behind one of the leaders and just wait till the tire fall-off happens, and then just make your way with those fresher tires and don't stress them out as much.
Yeah, just bide your time with it.
Ooh, Sneed to the wall.
Sneed cut off Gabriel Ellison there. That could have been really disastrous. I think both of them managed not to hit
Ellison got into the wall as well as Sneed right there, as that allowed Derek Fulton to move up the field. And hard in the wall! We got our incident, Roll Meza!
Alright, man, caution is out.
There's a few cars, Truxell involved. Oh, massive hit for Truxell.
Truxell, no, he was on the bubble too. And Roll Meza has crashed. Let's get a replay. He's stuck onto the outside, hits the wall on his own, hits another car, which gets careened into Meza. Oh, that is incredibly unfortunate right there.
Truxell actually got lucky. He probably only has some right front damage. Truxell did not hit the inside wall, as you see
so
here.
So Meza gets into Ryan Kendall, and Kendall gets sent down into Truxell, and Kendall saves that car. The Truxell is just gone. Then the 51 of Curtis
Oh,
Critchley,
wow.
who is also in the bubble tonight, and that is his race over. He's in 18th in the championship. He needed to be in the top 16, and I don't think with that incident he's going to be able to finish this. Mark Truxell sitting 13th in the championship. He's going to be looking very, very nervous as Raul Meza, with that mistake, takes out 2 championship hopefuls. And the reason why we're talking about the championship a lot is with these guys, this is the last cut-up round for that championship as the field is coming down across the pit lane. You're here watching Racecraft TV. Richard Beasley currently leads, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live for the Irish Hills 240 here at Michigan International Speedway. Big incident takes out Curtis Critchley, Raul Meza, and Mark Truxell. And that incident, 2 championship hopefuls involved in there, and that is going to be massive news as the field is currently being led by Richard Beasley in that number 10 car.
Beasley's looking to have another good start here, especially being on the point for this restart. So Beasley is going to be looking forward to try to have a good start, but not jump too early, especially with how this draft can be.
Now, somebody who did go into the pit lane was Keith Bradley. Watch out for that 18 to be making some moves later on in this stage. We'll see if that strategy works out for him as the pace car is got a big gap to the field. So I'm expecting some a early start by Richard Beasley, try to break away from that draft as pace car looks down low, comes across the line as we're going back to green flag racing here at Michigan. He goes very early.
Green, green, green.
Very early indeed. My goodness, and he got a big jump on that. And Tucker's going to take advantage and side by side with Welland heading into 1, and we got a car coming out back out on track.
That's Oxidine. Chad Oxidine was involved in that incident. We saw him get absolutely slapped in there. Actually, no, Oxidine was completely different. No, it was a 68 that was slapped.
Chad Oxidine's, he's been a no-show. I think he was running behind and couldn't be able to make it.
I think he fell victim to the P rule. He fell victim to the P rule.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's got to check the bladders.
38 laps down. Really unfortunate for Oxide. Don't know. He must have had some kind of family emergency or who knows what beforehand. So
Ooh,
Chad
Tucker.
Oxidine officially starting. Truxel coming on the inside line now.
I mean, Tucker.
Or, sorry, Rhett Tucker. Why am I saying Truxel? My bad.
Going crazy.
Mind can't compute anymore, it seems like. As Greg Wellen is now got a nice little run here, staying right behind Beasley as they're working their way around Chad Oxidine, who is on fresh tires, especially now that he's officially started the race.
Now, Oxidine is just stuck up all the way in there. What would be smart for Oxidine is to be holding up on that outside line, just not bugging any of these guys. But with him right there, it's going to be very crazy as Quentin Sneed hits the wall.
It was very gingerly, too, by Sneed. He was lucky not to pancake it, because it looked like he could have easily pancaked the wall.
Indeed, he could have. And looking down low is Chad Coleman in front of Clinton Sneed, Rhett Tucker, and Greg Wellen nose to tail, as well as Richard Beasley, your top drivers currently. And, very, very nosy by Coleman, trying to stick his nose into there.
Yeah, very nosy indeed. Woo, Sneed's going from middle lane to high lane. They're trying to find something, and it's just not going to work as Navarro's trying to play
See
it
that
safe.
gap again.
Yeah, and here we go. Sneed's just working that middle, jumps up to the high lane, almost came back down on Ellison there, but Rose, we're 3 wide.
Oh, that's Navarro and Ellison going 3 wide. And he's going to make Gabriel Ellison drop all the way back to the end of the grid. Navarro making some moves, but he may have killed off his tires as here comes Gabriel Ellison on this move back.
Ellison back on that inside lane. See the gap, some gaps open up here. Tucker goes on the inside as well. So Gabriel Ellison's going to make that pass work around Andrew Navarro. Rhett Tucker, in the meantime, was also going around Wellen. He's got around Wellen as well. So Rhett Tucker is now in second place as well.
Rhett Tucker going to be making a lot of moves on Richard Beasley, who is up front. We still got Chad Oxidine being that little buffer in fourth.
In that little buffer right now is Wellen's trying to decide who to push for right now, as he's going to give a big push to Beasley before going into 3.
And here comes Tucker down onto the inside of Richard Beasley. Side by side they go. Rhett Tucker takes the lead here in Michigan.
Takes it easily as Beasley's not going to give Tucker a
Ooh,
push.
what a
Look at
push.
Coleman. Look at Chad Coleman, though, with a huge run. He's on the middle line, getting around Greg Wellen side by side, and is not able to make the run fully work as of now. But man, Chad Coleman had a huge run there on the heading to start finish.
Coleman turning on the jets to get up there to third. And there's Chad Oxidine riding the bumper of Coleman. He's 38 laps down there, but he's still going to be running with these guys because he ain't no quitter.
No, absolutely not. Oxidine's going to do whatever he can to just...
Here comes
get
Coleman.
some laps in.
Coleman
Yeah,
again. Coleman down low. He's in second. Coleman getting loose. There's Beasley up top. Beasley's going to try to go around the outside. He's got the draft of Rhett Tucker to help him onto the straight. Going to see which lane that Tucker goes for on the straight. He's holding that outside line, and that's allowing Richard Beasley to come up and stay in second place. But here comes Coleman down low.
Look at Navarro. Navarro sends it up as we're 3 wide now for second, with 1 lapped car, which is Chad Oxidine way up on the high line, trying to make a move.
Oxidine made that work. I don't care if that's not even for position. That was awesome.
Yeah, it made it work. That was impressive. And Oxidine gets 1 of his laps back the hard way.
I feel like that's a smart move by Rhett Tucker, letting Oxidine lead this race. He can stay behind him, save some fuel, save some tires. And when it comes to that stage break, you can definitely have that go into... you can definitely have that advantage. As Curtis Critchley, who was affected in that crash, is coming out of the pit lane. And look at what's happening behind Coleman. Greg Well and Clinton Snead going side by side. Look at Andrew Navarro. He's going to be holding that inside line as well, riding up onto the apron. And Richard Beasley and Rhett Tucker going side by side.
Side by side right now. These guys have used up a lot of their tires. Chad Oxidine's just pulling away so easily just because Oxidine's on 9-lap full tires.
Coleman.
Everyone else is on a lot older tires.
Everyone's on the same amount of tires, but how hard are they abusing? Chad Coleman looks down to the inside. The McConaughey setups that pole winner for the Irish Hills 240. Jumps up back into second place behind Rhett Tucker as we enter lap 50 of 120. 11 laps remain here in stage number 2.
Yep, 11 laps to go, and Coleman's looking to try to make any opportunity here. So you see on the back cam, Tucker's starting to get closed in on by Coleman a little bit. Coleman's in that draft, so you might see Coleman make a dive here going into 3.
Watch out for Chad Coleman. We've seen him do this a lot on that front straight. If he gets a good draft, he will jump up onto the inside end. Chad Oxnard has checked out right there. Him on that fresher tires definitely hit the wall in this front pack. And the way these two guys are running up front, they're starting to drop some other cars. Coleman looks down to the inside. He's peeking it, but he's not going to launch a move.
Yeah, he's peeking right now. And you could just see the patience right now as Coleman slides up a little. Gonna work on that draft again as these guys are all single file way back.
Rhett Tucker, Chad Coleman. Nose tail with each other. That's Curtis Critchley down low. He's got a lot of damage on his car.
Yeah, Curtis Critchley was involved in that wreck earlier. Got as much damage as he could, but you could see just the slow pace he has. Whoa, Snead almost hits the outside wall.
Snead in that bright pink matte black car. New paint scheme for this time. I'm not gonna be honest, I kind of like this color scheme he's got going on.
Yeah, I like it, especially the pink for the breast cancer awareness. Really nice scheme. I love it.
As here comes Coleman down low on Tucker. Side by side, door to door. Coleman and Rhett Tucker. Coleman's pushing Tucker up the track. He's holding that inside line. Here comes Richard Beasley on the back of Coleman, and they're trying to trade it back on Rhett Tucker heading into turn 1. Beasley gets down low, and he's going to try to challenge Coleman, but first he's got to get back Rhett Tucker, but Tucker holding that outside line. He's going to swing it around to the outside as Coleman's going to put on the block on Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker avoids the block, drives down low, and it's a drag race here in Michigan in these Irish Hills, side by side, heading into turns 3 and 4.
And making the easy run, the slide job right in front of Coleman. Boy, that could have ended disastrously.
Definitely could have been a disaster. Cars spewing all over the track right now. It's a big grid we have in the top 10. Actually, I believe that is the 8-car pack. Too wide, and Greg Welling gets into somebody else.
Oh, boy. Oh, Derek Fulton getting loose. Snead almost hitting the wall again. We're 3 wide down the backstretch.
Great racing here in Michigan from our Racecraft TV blimp. Welling stuck in the middle of you with Derek Fulton and Clinton Snead. Clinton Snead drops back. Now he's on 3 wide again. He can't get out of 3 wides. He's joined by Gabriel Ellison and Derek Mullins down low. And up front, Rhett Tucker, Andrew Navarro, and Chad Coleman are leading this race with 6 laps to go.
6 laps to go in this stage, and things are starting to heat up as right now Tucker trying everything he can to get back ahead of Coleman. But here goes Navarro, the huge head of steam.
Andrew Navarro has got a great run. Gets past Rhett Tucker. Navarro up into second.
Navarro made it easy too, getting it up to the second. So Navarro up to second. Coleman's better start launching it. There goes Coleman jumping down to the apron as it's snake time now, as these guys are starting to get it. 5 laps to go now as Andrew Navarro just pushing this car, trying to find a way around, and Rhett Tucker on that low line, trying to make something work, but it's not going to happen as Wellen goes way wide there coming out of 2.
Chad Coleman diving, snaking, dipping, ducking, diving, dodging. The most important rules of dodgeball. Dodge is in there twice because it's a very important rule. And he's just dipping, ducking, diving, dodge. Dip, dive, dodge of the draft. And it's Navarro. He's just staying on the top line. I think he's playing the tire game, not really forcing his tires to go all the way down low, as Wellen sneaks his way into 3rd place on Tucker.
Well, yeah, Tucker's used up his tires big time now, as Wellen's going to try to get a run here. But Tucker's got a better straight line speed right now heading into 3. And dives it in is Greg Wellen. But it's not going to be enough, and
Well, it is!
barely. And he
Cuts
just
off the nose.
Cuts off the nose, indeed. And here goes Tucker now trying again, this time on the outside to do the same if he can, heading into 1.
Trying on that outside line, actually tapped the brakes right here. Comes Wellen, gets his bumper right in front of Tucker. Tucker's getting very close on Greg Wellen. Let's ride on board with Rhett Tucker. And Tucker gets overtaken by Fulton down to the inside. Tucker's down in the 5th.
Tucker is struggling on long run right now, and you can see it with Fulton easily getting around him as well. As here goes the snaking again now, with Wellen trying to stay in the draft of Navarro, Fulton trying to stay in the draft of Wellen, as we only have 2 laps to go, I believe, before the end of the stage. So we're working lap 59.
2 laps or 1 lap to go. Last time we hit laps 30, they ended it on lap 30, and a little bit of confusion came in the box from that. Lap cars down low again. Coleman leading out Navarro here at the end of stage number 2. That car up front is Chad Oxenai as they come across the line. It's going to be Chad Coleman leading out Navarro.
All right, man.
As that is the results for stage number 2. Your winner of stage number 2, it is your Marconi Setup Shop pole winner, Chad Coleman, in at 38. And here are your point scores for stage number 2. Coleman, Navarro, Wellen, Fulton, Tucker, Sneed, Beasley, LeBuff, Ellison, and Mullins. Your point scores for stage number 2. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At Marconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live for the Irish Hills 240 as we just ended out stage number 2. A update from Race Control. Well, it's first time being full-time with the stage breaks. They're going to get that fixed for next round to end after lap 60 ends. But hey, you don't have to worry about that because the checker flag flies when the checker flag flies at 120. Unless we go into Racecraft TV overtime.
Yep.
But hey, stage 2, very exciting race. Chad Coleman takes that stage win. He's going to be very happy about that. Navarro and Rhett Tucker won the race off of pit road. 60 laps remain here in Michigan Speedway. Tyler, what are you expecting in this stage?
Pit strategy. That's going to be the thing. Pit strategy. Knowing that you can't make it through the entire race on this tank of fuel and tires, pit strategy. If there's no caution, if it stays like it did, other than maybe one hiccup or two like we've been running, pit strategy is going to be key.
Tires, tires, tires. How much can you save? How much can you use? How much do you want to go for it? And do you take 4 tires on the pit stop? That is going to be deciding this race as we start up stage number 3. And if it's going to be caution-free, we'll find out. Andrew Navarro leads the field. Coming to the line, the pace car pulls off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Irish Hills 240 is entering stage number 3. And let's go
Green flag,
racing!
green flag.
A great start already, and immediately they go 3 wide in the background. That's putting Castleberry down on the low line. Navarro leading out Tucker, Coleman, Fulton, Beasley, Gwen, well in your top 6.
Top 6 indeed is getting a lot of battling now. Everyone's starting to really fight for positions now. As Tucker's going to fight on the inside now, trying to get that run to take over the lead.
We saw Tucker take the lead earlier on, but lose it within 25 laps, and Rhett Tucker slams the nose of Navarro. Rhett Tucker is going to lead the first lap here on lap 65. Tucker diving back down low, blocking the charge of Chad Coleman, trying to take off the downforce that he has on that car, give him some dirty air, and make those tires work for him. And we definitely don't want those tires being chewed up very early, but Coleman's got a great run. He's already beside Andrew Navarro. Rhett Tucker can't defend 2 lines at once. Navarro giving Tucker a little bit of push. Here comes Coleman going down low, trying to get the position on Navarro. He's getting the draft off of Rhett Tucker. Tucker pulling on Coleman. Coleman back into second now. Navarro's getting onto the bumper of Coleman. And Coleman and Navarro going nose to tail right now on the bottom of Tucker. And Tucker's getting a big run on him from Chad Coleman as Coleman goes into the lead heading into turn 1.
Oh, Tucker gets a little loose there as well. He's able to keep it under control as these guys are really starting to battle out as everyone else is 3 wide further back as well.
3 wide for the lead.
lead.
As Andrew Navarro sends it into turn 3. Coleman decided that was a bad idea. And we got a big crash.
Big wreck, big wreck, big wreck. Oh, big wreck.
Hi, Moore.
Involved.
Hi, Moore and Kendall involved. Mark Truxell
Keith Bradley
again.
involved. Oh,
It was the
3 wide
two
gone
of
wrong.
Mullins that was turned around first. You see Highmore just getting collected on the 68 again, getting involved in another wreck. And then Highmore gets sent up into the wall. Little bit of a tap right there. But Derek Mullins was the first car involved, got turned around. Was that Richard?
It was by Taylor Peacock, I think. I saw Peacock, yeah. Peacock pushed Bradley into Mullins. Mullins had nowhere to go. And
Yeah.
Mullins went right down in the Truxell. You see Truxell come right back up in front of Keith Bradley. It's Nicholas Sacco as well, had nowhere to go. Big hit by both Truxell and Keith Bradley. Man, that was rough.
That is very rough. Let's go on board with Taylor Peacock. And it was Mullins getting into wall, got into Bradley, and Peacock avoids that just narrowly. Cars all over the place. As the flagman is waving yellow here, as we are stuck in slow motion. Here we go. As we're back in slow motion. When in doubt, let's fast forward all the way to present time. It's Navarro leading out the field currently with Rhett Tucker in tow. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the Irish Hills 240 here at Michigan International Speedway. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Michigan International Speedway. The caution is out. The lights are out on the pace car. Andrew Navarro leads out Rhett Tucker as these guys are carrying it on. Nobody in the top 10 went into the pit lane. But the first people that did is Clinton Castleberry in that 21. Watch out for him. He might try to pull a fast one under everyone's nose, but it wasn't a little bit too early. We'll find out. Pace car is off, and let's go back to green flag racing here on lap 70 of 120.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start. Rhett Tucker immediately defending onto the inside line. Chad Coleman right behind him, battling Derek Fulton. They're deciding who's going to get the draft. 3 wide in the background as they navigate into turn 1. And Taylor Peacock. Wow. Making some moves. Peacock on those new tires as well.
where he has almost his able to avoid incidents, almost like he has right now. The way he was running, it's like he had cat with 9 lives there. Because boy, he should have easily been caught up in that other wreck. Whoa, we got.
Oh
carnage
my
with our
goodness! Is that Oxidine?
back. I believe so.
My
That
goodness,
was
and
a
up
mess
front,
back there.
it's a push by Rhett Tucker and Navarro, trying to gap Fulton and Coleman as Fulton goes around to the outside of Chad Coleman.
Yep, and single file now, other than Clinton Sneed and Taylor Peacock fighting a little bit there, but these guys are running single file now, so might start seeing some gaps open up pretty soon.
Yeah, Taylor Peacock making some gaps on the field. He's on the inside line of Clinton Sneed. Those new tires of his definitely making people a little bit nervous. And it's only 6-lap newer tires. It's not that much laps, but that's how much these tires fall off here at Michigan.
Yep, they fall off big time. And when they fall off, they fall off.
Indeed, they do. As Peacock still moving up down low. He's in 10th place currently, trying to get past Clinton Sneed for that 9th place, holding that inside line. But how long should he hold that inside line for before his tires pop back low? And just like if he's listening to me, he gets back into the right spot. But up at front, Navarro and Tucker gapping the field. As Peacock goes way high around the outside on Sneed. And they're stuck on a 3-way drag. 4 wide on the back stretch. Going down low, passing 4 cars at one time is Robert Richards. Actually, no, that was Chad Oxidine who was doing that ludicrous move.
All right, man.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Brady LeBeau.
Oh, he's backwards.
Ooh. That's not good.
What's happened here to Brady? Above, they see the 32. And he just gets loose and gets turned by the 32.
Oh, man.
And into the wall he goes. Very unfortunate for Brady LeBeau. Comes to an absolute stall. Gets his car started back again, but unfortunately that does bring out the caution here. Second caution of stage number 3. You're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live for the NRE Cup Series Irish Hills 240 after a pit stop cycle. And during this caution, Taylor Peacock stayed out. Remember, he waited to the pits last time the caution came out on lap 67. He decided to stay out, and him and Matthew Highmore are now going to be leading the field. Winning the race off pit road, though, it's going to be Andrew Navarro, followed by Rhett Tucker, Derek Fulton, Clinton Castleberry, Richard Beasley, Chad Coleman. Your net top 6 on those tires, but we'll see on who can do what on this restart. I want to say thank you to Roland Meza. Very unfortunate that Meza was involved in that incident. He was looking very nice after his qualifying, and then unfortunately, small incident, but great comment. Glad you could watch it live without racing at the same time. I know watching race streams and racing at the same time causes cross-eyed issues, and you go a little bit crazy in the ear, especially with the delay. But hey, glad to have you here, Roland Meza. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a great night as we're looking to go back to green here in the NRE Cup Series Irish Hills 240. Here on Racecraft TV, being led out by Taylor Peacock and Matthew Highmore. And it's looking to be a very good finish indeed. Hope you all are having an amazing night here on Racecraft TV. As a pace car pulls off, we're looking at the field. Taylor Peacock in control of the field, and we're going back green here in Michigan, and Highmore stalls the car. Matthew Highmore stalled the car.
That could have been
He just didn't go. Highmore's not even moving. He's being pushed by Beasley. What has happened to Matthew Highmore on that restart?
Big time disaster. And oh my goodness.
His car is going much slower than everyone else's. What has happened to Matthew Highmore's car?
He stayed out. He's on older tires too. So
Well, older tires are not. He just didn't even go on the restart. As we go back to the front, Andrew Navarro going down low. Actually up high as Richard Beasley goes down low. Rhett Tucker in there. All the new tire cars that just swamped Taylor Peacock, who's on in that 81. He's back in 7th. And it's back to the usual suspects up at front. Sounded like a 4th gear start for Matthew Highmore. Gotta always look at your gears. Gotta know your clearance. And unfortunately, 4th gear doesn't give you the oomph that it should desire. As Beasley and Navarro go side by side, heading into turn 1.
And this race is kind of interesting as we've got more cars 3 wide further back.
Navarro goes low. Fulton goes low as well. Tucker sitting in 4th. Beasley holding the outside line. He cuts off Fulton. And now it's Navarro, Beasley, Fulton, and Tucker, your top 4. Because Beasley looking down to the inside. We might go on. I'm having words. What happens when the voice stops working? That happens. I'm human.
racing as Richard Beasley's still pulling away. Derek Fulton now trying to find his way through the.
Oh, look at Navarro!
Oh, man, Navarro sends it up low too. Oh, boy, that was close. Almost getting into Beasley, but he takes over and gets the lead easily.
This race is popping off like the tops of a soda can. As they all go single file right now, we have a car making its way up the field. It's not Clinton Sneed, it is Nicholas Sacco, up 19 spots where he qualified. Correction, up 20 spots where he qualified as he passes Derek Fulton at 29, looking like a rocket.
Like a rocket indeed, and he's making a huge run trying to take every advantage he can do as Rhett Tucker sends it down low for the lead.
Tucker looking absolutely on fire, gets ahead of Navarro and back into the lead. And Navarro bumping Tucker up there as fast as he can. Richard Beasley down low, staying with him as well. And these top four, all of them have been up there. Derek Fulton has been the dark horse, and remember, Derek Fulton is one of those championship drivers that is looking for it.
Yeah, one of those championship drivers definitely looking for it, trying to get any opportunity he can right now, and it's going to be a matter of patience now, knowing that we're going to have some green flag stops possibly coming up, so it's going to be very tedious on what these guys do.
Tucker and Navarro nose to tail with each other. Richard Beasley getting it all up in the grill. Well, Richard Beasley getting all up in the bumper. Speaking of all up in the grill, Navarro's grill is buried into the bumper of Tucker.
No, it's definitely buried in there, and he's doing everything he can.
We need a shovel to get that thing out.
Maybe more than a shovel.
All right, somebody get in the digger.
Yeah, because he's right up in there. He's doing everything he can to give Tucker a push, and maybe even get himself in the momentum, but it's just not working. Look at Beasley getting a little bit of a run now.
Richard Beasley getting it all up in there. Everyone's all up in there. It's a Ford. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then the Chevy start. Greg Wellen in that Chevy kind of breaking that Ford train as we are here in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, home of Ford Motor Company and Chevrolet. As we're looking at that, Nicholas Sacco took a big bite of the wall right there. That's right on the nose of Sacco. Yeah, he does have damage. Sacco does have damage.
And boy, Clinton Sneed cuts off the front nose there of Sacco. And look at the 12 just giving Sacco a huge push. My goodness.
Speaking of pushes, Wellen push Beasley 3 wide for the lead for a moment.
For a moment, and then, oh, Beasley cutting off Navarro. Look at Fulton just giving Navarro a push as well, and Navarro just giving, man, he's just giving the push from nowhere to Beasley. Look at Beasley shooting out of a cannon going into 3.
And now it's a Ford 1, 2, 3, 4 as Fulton around the outside gets past Greg Wellen. And if you're a Ford executive right now, I'd take a photo of this. This is great material. 4 different teams, 4 different Fords dominating here in Michigan.
Absolutely dominating too, and these guys are just showing it right now.
Look from the blimp, look at Fulton. He's looking to make some moves right now, just dancing with Navarro. Navarro holding down that inside like the 4 Fords. So that rolls off the tongue very well. Leading out this race. As Curtis Critchley joined us here in chat. Quote, I can watch and drive. And is he? He is. Well, when you're all on your own, after being involved in an incident and halfway across the track from the main pack, I don't blame you.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I am with you there.
I know whenever I get involved in an incident at like super speedway and I'm just stuck in the back, I usually turn on the movie. Especially Talladega.
Yeah.
As Fulton playing some games, Navarro trying to pick up the draft for Navarro to keep those Fords up there. He's typing in chat.
Oh gosh.
Greg, focus on driving. Curtis, focus on driving, please. The field's coming up, and we got a crash! Chad Coleman's Clinton Sneed is around. It's a big incident. Multiple cars around, hard into the wall.
Oh, look out. Robert Richards is sliding back in front of the field again, I think. Boy. That was...
Clinton Sneed got wide, smacked the wall into Robert Richards, who then turns Clinton Sneed around into the wall. That we are looking at Chad Coleman, and sliding back into the wall is Robert Richards that you were talking about. Almost coming back onto track. 3-car incident, 1 car hard into the wall, and that was Chad Coleman. Let's ride on board Chad Coleman. Big hit and very unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate there. That was just nothing he could do in that aspect.
As we are back live here on Racecraft TV, Brett Tucker leads out the field on lap 91 to 120. Another caution is out in the last stage of this race. We're here watching Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. And after a big incident, the cars are back reordered. And Ryan Kendall decided to stay out. And that 68, he was involved in an incident at the start of this race. Well, you see all the damage. He's back on the lead lap now. Can he hold that position and wait for another caution to get some repairs and maybe get back on to some fresher tires than the rest of the field? Because everybody went into the pits besides him. We'll find out as the pace car, our Ford Mustang, is pulling off right now. And let's get back on rolling and going through these Irish Hills for the NRE Cup Series here in Michigan.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. And Rhett Tucker, those newer tires, immediately setting him into the lead.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all. And we're going to see Kendall starting to fall back fairly quick.
Yeah, he definitely is going to be falling back, and he's going to be falling back through the field. He's got all that damage on his car, but hey, he's on the lead lap. Fulton going down low on Rhett Tucker. Derek Fulton, but number 7, taking the lead. That butt kicker car rocking a marble blue paint scheme. Is that a marble blue? Like, what would you call that?
It's close. It's at least a partial turquoise from what I'm seeing.
It's got some pattern. Actually, no. I think that just might be tire. No. It's actually designed on there. And we're gonna see some more as Fulton cuts out the nose of Navarro, dives it into the lead. Derek Fulton leading this race. And Gabriel Ellison, he put on a fast Sector 1, and I think he's going for that fastest lap right there. And he doesn't get it. Nope, yes he does. 38.8, fastest lap of the race. Gabriel Ellison and Derek Fulton running that Phantom Paints designed car. Very sideways and loose, as close and squirrely these guys are going.
And these guys, all three are pushing simultaneously. My goodness. Just massive pushing from all three. How they were able to keep it together, I'm in shock.
New tires on the trap track. That's what you get. Navarro looking very dancy right now as it's so close pack racing. We thought this was Daytona if you gave yourself a very narrow look at it and didn't look at the banking. As Beasley holds that outside line, Fulton on the inside. Side by side they go. Fulton getting a little bit up there. Beasley cutting off Fulton, getting the draft of Fulton. And now Rhett Tucker falling back below the draft of Beasley. Beasley defending all the lanes that he can to stay in the lead of this race. But that Phantom Paints car of Derek Fulton holding that inside line. He's got Navarro with him as well. 23 laps remaining here at Michigan for the Irish Hills 240. Being led and, defended by Richard Beasley.
Being defended big time, and look at the Hornet's Nest even further back. We got 3 wide. There goes Greg Willen on the inside of Rhett Tucker. Oh, he got a little loose, though.
Tucker's wiggling. Phantom graphics.
Willen. Oh, man.
Guys, get your names right. Come on. Nah, I'm messing with chat. Curtis is saying Phantom Graphics, Dustin is saying Phantom Paint, and I'm thinking Phasmophobia.
Oh gosh. All the fun stuff.
Speaking of fun, Rhett Tucker's definitely having fun on the outside line right here. He's just buried in there. Greg Willen holding that inside line. He won stage 1. Moving up the track just a little bit, pushing Tucker wide.
pushing Tucker wide. Navarro's going to follow him, trying to get any kind of momentum, and these guys just can't get momentum as we're starting lap 100. And so with 21 laps to go, anything can happen.
Oh, it is Phantom Graphics. Curtis is on the team. Thank you, Curtis Scritchley, our in-race reporter. We might need to stick a microphone on you so you give us a little bit of updates. As here comes Greg Wellen. Ooh, he's sticking his nose on Rhett Tucker. As they're passing our in-race reporter of Curtis Scritchley. Wave high low, Curtis.
Nope. Staying down on that apron just in case anything crazy happens. As there goes
Rhett
Tucker diving it on the low line.
Tucker, Beasley, Wellen, Navarro, side by side, by side, by side. As Rhett Tucker going down low on Navarro. As I think they're trying to get Curtis Scritchley into the booth now. You know, if that happens, if he comes in, we will bring him into this mid-race interview and see if he can give us a little bit of insight of this race and what is going on with the guys up at front, as Wellen and Navarro and Beasley nose to tail, and Navarro sends it down low.
And Tucker holding that middle line. Navarro's going to have to slide jump up in front of Tucker, but Tucker dives it down low, coming to the start-finish. Not many laps left to go, and it's starting to become big as Wellen gives Navarro a push. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed. It is getting absolutely nutty in here. And joining us in the booth for a special mid-race interview, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Scritchley.
Hey, thank you for bringing me here. It's great to be here.
So, Curtis, how was the opening part of this race? We saw that you were involved in a massive incident, but you're still pulling away trying to get some points. What's the mood right now in the lobby?
Mostly just, for me, just logging laps here. I'm trying to catch Robert Richards. He's about 6 laps ahead of me, so I should catch him by the end of the race, because I think I have to beat Truxell to get into the playoffs here tonight.
And Mark Truxell was involved in that wreck that you were involved in. And so you're looking like you are potentially a lock-in for the playoffs. How are you feeling for a potential playoff berth?
That would be amazing, especially only starting halfway through the season and making it in. I think that'd be a great accomplishment just to make it, even if we didn't make it past the first round.
All right. Well, Curtis, best of luck to you. Hopefully you keep your car clean, and hopefully you stay out of these guys' ways, because it looks like if you get into these guys' way, you might be involved in a wrestling match with one of them, might go through a table.
Yeah, that might be the case, but I'm making sure to stay all the way to the bottom here.
All
Hey,
right.
At least on the bright side, you only got 3
Oh,
more
crash.
laps. Ooh, big
Nicholas
wreck.
Sacco.
Nope.
Big sliding right there. Oops, sorry to give you a little heart attack, Curtis Scritchley. Green flag stays out, but a big incident with Nicholas Sacco. And I think Jonathan Munda getting involved in a 2-car slide fest down low. But that has broken up that inside, that massive front pack that we got going on. Thank you for joining us, Curtis. I'll let you look at these 15 laps with ease. You keep it easy there. Hopefully you get that playoff berth.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Beleaf and Phantom Graphics. Thank you very much for supporting the car.
And thank you for clearing that one up for me.
No problem. Thank you.
That was Curtis Scritchley joining us in the booth. Our first mid-race report, as the battle at the front has kind of died down.
Yeah, it kind of died down a little bit, and you could see how much of a gap this has opened up. We got a 6-car breakaway, and anyone in the 6-car breakaway has a good chance of winning this race right now. As we're working lap 107, so only 14 laps left, so not a lot left.
14 laps to go. Everyone nose to tail. Rhett Tucker leads out the field. And it's nose to tail to tail to tail to nose to tail to nose to tail to nose to tail. I believe they got the right amount of nose to tails in there. Tucker, Wellen, Fulton. Tucker, Wellen, Navarro, Ellison, Fulton, and Beasley. The top 6 all in the same draft. And Beasley is looking a little bit pokey down there. He wants to go down to the inside.
To go down to the inside. He's going to try to make a run here, and Beasley's knowing it's, oh my goodness.
Whoa, boys.
Ooh, that was a big Tokyo drift, as I'm going to call it.
I should stop because YouTube will copyright strike us.
Yeah. Man, at the end, look at Navarro. Andrew Navarro's going to look on the inside now. So some of these drivers starting to make some decisions as Tucker is now leading this, but not by much, though.
Yeah, the front going absolutely wild. They're coming up to a lapped car. I believe that it is our boy Curtis Critchley. He's going to stay down low like he told us in his interview as these guys race around him. I'm surprised no one's trying to get a little bit of a draft off him. But it's still nose to tail up front with everybody else. Greg Wellen all up in that bumper of Rhett Tucker. It's a Ford versus a Chevy up at the front of this grid. Making Michigan car companies proud. All the cars in this top 6 are American. Even though I say that, the amount of Toyotas in this field is just one of Clinton Sneed. So,
Yep.
that explains it.
Yeah, and Tucker gets a little bit of a gap, but look at Navarro pushing Ellison. My goodness.
Andrew Navarro is a little bit feisty right now, and I think things are about to kick fire right now as these guys are about to light the kick the tires and light the fires. Greg Wellen dives way down low and into the lead of this race as we enter 10 laps to go here in the Irish Hills 240 at Michigan International Speedway here on Racecraft TV for the NRA Cup Series.
10 to go this time, and anything can happen. It's going to be, these guys are going to be swinging for the fence now, because these guys are going to want to get that win, especially getting ready to head into the playoffs. They want that momentum.
Oh,
my
Wellen!
goodness.
Wellen pushes Ellison, and Ellison has to go wide.
He had to go wide to avoid that, because that could have been disastrous. So get ready for Ellison to start making some moves again. And here goes Beasley on the inside, trying to get some momentum, and it's not going to work. Meanwhile, Navarro on the inside of Wellen. He might go for a 2-for-1 here.
Navarro's got a coupon. He wants that 2-for-1 special. 9 laps to go, but unfortunately that coupon was invalid. He slides back into third.
Slides back in third because, look at Wellen just giving a push. Here goes Wellen on the inside, and Derek Fulton now. Side by side for first and third as there's contact between Greg Wellen and Rhett Tucker.
Contact bumping, banging. We're seeing some teeth come out right now. I won't be surprised we see some elbows, some biting, some clawing. I want a clean, fair match here. Let's go 12 rounds. Well, more 8 rounds left because we got 8 laps left. As Tucker goes down low, Tucker back into the lead, but he's going very wide. Those tires are giving out on him. Greg Wellen holding down that inside light boat. Look out. It's Derek Fulton coming in like a phantom. I know October just ended, but here he goes, and he gets turned around Wellen. Big slide, and he's jumped it into the air, looking like a jump in the Fours Off-Road Truck Series. Still racing it. He's kept it onto the track, and we are caution-free. Derek Fulton, wow. I know that's unfortunate, but that is a save of the century right there.
That was a rallycross jump there, if I ever seen it. Whoa, look at this. Look at Navarro on the inside taking the point now. Oh my goodness. As Navarro got loose, Tucker now is in second. Greg Wellen up in first. Look at Ellison pushing Tucker now.
Ellison, Tucker, Navarro. All 3 wide in this diamond shape with a are trying to catch up to Greg Welland. Leading out this race, they cross the line. 6 laps to go here in Michigan for the NRE Cup Series. Irish Hills, 240 on Racecraft TV. Ellison, getting a little bit squirrely as Navarro holding down that inside line. These guys are separated so close, can't even fit a football between them. And now Richard Beasley on the outside of Navarro. All these guys on the outside have the draft, and Beasley gets slid, and oh my goodness, more epic saves here. Beasley kicked it to the side.
That was an epic save, but I think that might be it for Beasley in this fight. Now down to Welland, Tucker, Navarro, and Coleman. I believe that's Gabriel Ellison. Ellison's gonna try to send it on the inside, but Tucker.
Navarro's falling back. Navarro has front nose damage, it looks like.
Boy, oh boy.
So it's our top 3, Welland, Tucker, and Ellison, leading out this grid with 5 laps to go. Navarro is staying with him, but he might have some damage on his front nose. It looks pretty minor that he could stay with these guys up front. Probably just giving himself a little bit more room before anything drastic happens. As it's Welland, Tucker, Ellison, Navarro going all the way low, coming back up high, trying to nurse these tires, give them all the grip that they can, and try to keep the speeds up here on this super speedway. Probably my favorite super speedway because it involves some kind of tire life and strategy. Yee's in the chat. Welland, Tucker, Ellison, Navarro. Yee's top 4 going all at it with each other as they're coming across the line. 3, 2, go.
3 to go, and pretty much the wick has been turned up to 100% or even greater until it breaks off, because these guys are going to start sending it now with whatever they've got. Welland's got a nice little gap here. So here goes Ellison trying to make a move, and he's not able to make it work. Navarro's right behind him, and here goes Gabriel Ellison on the inside heading into 3.
Ellison making a push down low. Ellison diving on the inside. Tucker Curtis Critchley getting involved as well, but he's holding the inside like Tucker getting pushed back. 2 laps to go. Tucker falling all the way back to 4th as Andrew Navarro going up into 3rd place, holding down the inside line. Side by side they go across the line. It's Ellison, Tucker, and Navarro side by side, nose to tail, and they can't catch Greg Welland if they continue to fight like this. 2 laps to go.
2 to go, and Navarro just can't get that run as he falls back again. Richard Beasley's starting to catch up, but it might not be enough time. And here goes Tucker again on the inside heading into 3.
And Tucker diving all the way down inside. Very aggressive move by Rhett Tucker. All the way up into 2nd, but he comes up into Gabriel Ellison. Ellison going way high. That's slowed down. Here comes Navarro. They're going to go 3 wide across the line all the way for 2nd place. White flag in the air for Greg Welland.
Welling is loving this, seeing this happening in the background. Here comes Richard Beasley now.
Where did Beasley come from?
And Welland is loving this, seeing this in his mirror. Gabriel Ellison's doing everything he can, but Welland...
Tucker in the wall.
Tucker hits the wall a little bit. Gabriel Ellison trying to draft it as he heads into 3 now, trying to send it in.
Right on board with Gabriel Ellison. Greg Welland does have some damage on the back end of that car. Will that damage come in effect as we come to the line? It doesn't look like it can be. Andrew Navarro going to dive down low, but it's going to be all number 11111 for Greg Welland. What a race we witnessed here.
Wow, what a race. What a race.
Wow. Greg Welland, number 1, takes the win. Up 5 spots where he qualified. The Hunter Pence Baseball Academy takes another win here at Michigan as Greg Welland is gonna burn it down. Welcome to your Maconi Setup Shop Victory Lane. Once again, for Greg Wellen. That's a very controlled burnout. We sit here in the Maconi Setup Shop Victory Lane. Let's go over our full-on results of the race. Taking the win is Greg Wellen, followed by Gabriel Ellison, Andrew Navarro, Rhett Tucker, Richard Beasley, Nicholas Sacco, Clinton Castleberry, Taylor Peacock, Derek Fulton, Justin Lumpkin, Jonathan Lundy, Chad Coleman, Brandon Bullock, Ryan Kennel, Derek Mullins, Matthew Highmore, Michael A. Addison, Clinton Sneed in 18th place. And they are followed by Eric Zimmerman, Curtis Kirchley, Robert Richards, Bradley LeBuff, Bob Williams, Keith Bradley, Mark Truxell, Chad Oxnard, Raul Meza, and Bladen Edwards in 28th spot. But all eyes are on the number one of Greg Wellen. And just wow, what a race we witnessed here today. And speaking of Greg Wellen, I believe we are standing by with our race winner of Greg Wellen. Actually, we're not standing by with our race winner of Greg Wellen, but we are waiting for him in the booth for him to join us right now. Tyler, how was that race and how was that ride to the end as we wait for our victor?
Oh my goodness, that was unbelievable finish. And they turned it up tenfold, especially at the end. Boy, and then Fulton having hit. I feel bad for Fulton with having that unfortunate luck. Able to come back though and finish 9th, so that was a good little recovery for him after that little incident there. Boy, what a finish to the race.
What a finish indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hunter Pence Baseball Academy, number one, taking the win here at Michigan for the Irish Hills 240 in the NRE Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Wellen.
Thank you. I got to be up front and get this off my chest. It's a little bittersweet. I'm not a fan of dirty driving. I don't have any issues driving with anybody in this league, but I put a little too heavy on a block on the 7. He came out the bad end on it. I do plan on talking to him, but if he doesn't want to talk to me, if I would have gotten spun, I would not have been mad. I would have spun myself. I just got the lucky end of the stick there. But yeah, came away with the victory.
Sour and sweet, but hey, you both made it out to the finish, and well, you didn't really come out that bad from there. Very unfortunate for the 7. He was looking very good, but hey, there was no caution. There was no chaos from there, but how was that race racing up front for mostly the entire race and racing very tight and very clean for the most part?
Yeah, outside of that move, I mean, everybody up there, every one of us was amazing. I had a great time racing with the 99, the 7, everybody that was up there. There was a group of like 6 of us that were just lights out. We could race each other so tight, so close, go into the corner, be an inch off each other and be just fine. And that's rare to find in sim racing.
It certainly was rare, but it was certainly a pleasure to see. Congrats on the win, Greg. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Brady and Mike McKinnon over here at this group. They really, really have a good, I don't think they know how good of a thing they got going. But this is a pretty awesome deal they got going on. I got to say hey to my buddy's son, Link Bolin. Got one for you. Got you another one, buddy. He's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan out there, and he sits down and watches these races. So that victory is for you, big guy.
I'm certain he's going to be very happy about that win right there. Well, congrats, Greg. Hope you have a great night, and we hope you have a good rest before the playoffs start next time by.
10-4. Thank you, gentlemen. And I'm looking forward to watching the broadcast back. It's always a good time.
Oh, you certainly will love this one. I can guarantee you that. Tyler, who are you standing by with?
I'm standing by our 2nd place of Gabriel Ellison, and boy, he was doing everything he could, having a fight with Rhett Tucker for most of that ending to the race, and I know you wanted to get that first place, but I mean, how tough was it to keep that hard charging Rhett Tucker behind you?
Yeah, man, that was a really good battle with him. Huge shout out to him. We ran that pretty clean. We doored each other a couple times, but with this package, that's how it is. So that was a lot to handle, trying to keep him behind me and then trying to catch Wellen. I think that was a pretty hard task to have there. But great job to him. That was some really good racing.
Well, heck of a run, anyways, as well. And I know you had some of those struggles at the start, but I mean, how was the run for you in general, just from start to finish?
Yeah, I started third. I took the lead on the first lap, and then after that, I just dropped like a fly. I was kind of trying to save tires, and I guess I didn't do a good job as I thought. So I kind of stayed towards the back of the top 10. But there at the end, I just kind of, I went into full send mode. It was on that last restart we had. I was just going to go for it. I was going to go for it. I was going to wreck myself. So I mean, this track, it's with the draft and this package. You cannot break away. There's no driving away from the field. So I was surprised to see there be like a front pack split from the middle. There probably was some kind of wrecks or something that caused that, but just the way the package is, it's super tight race, and it's really fun though, because there's in and out slide jobs all over the place. So it's a good time.
Well, unbelievable racing again for you, Gabriel. I know you're getting ready to prepare for the playoffs now, so good luck. We wish you luck in that, and I know you got some shout outs and that, so we're going to give you the floor real quick for that.
All right, thank you, man. Huge thanks to Michael McKinnon and Brady LaBeouf. As always, they put the series on. We had Bladen Edwards in here doing the race control. That was really nice, so huge thanks to him. And then thanks to my brother Mitch. He was spotting me, gave a lot of good information. And then thanks to you guys at Racecraft for putting on the broadcast.
Well, we wish you luck next week. Great racing again, Gabriel, and wish you luck for next week and hope things plan out well for you.
Thank you, guys.
And Austin, I know you're sitting over with third place with Andrew Navarro after it being a very, very wild night. So I know you're waiting to talk to him now, Austin.
Yeah, the 7 Seas Celebrity Cruise Machine, that 42 was up there in the bumpers of everybody, trying to stay up there and trying to go for that win. Andrew, you started second in this race. You stayed second for most of it. You were in the lead for a while, and you came home in third. But how was that race, man?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Started good. First stage, I didn't realize how bad I was wearing my tires out there. So then I was kind of like in the second stage, I'm gonna just take it easy here. Caught a little bit of break. And then Rhett and me were just pulling away. We had like a 1 second gap to the guy behind him. So I thought we were going to break the draft and set off into the sunset. But caution, untimely, definitely ruined that.
Well, you did good at keeping the car very clean, even though you were racing very close. How was it running in that massive pack?
Yeah, it was a lot of, bumping and stuff, and then you had to make sure that you didn't push the guy in front of you into the next guy, because then that would just make a huge crash. So it was kind of just like finding the right momentum and finding the right line to be in at the moment.
Well, you certainly found all the right lines, Andrew. Before we let you go and let you enjoy your night, anyone you want to thank?
Yep, thanks 7 Seas, Corporate Cruising Events, B-Leaf, Phantom GFX, or Phantom Graphics. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Andrew Navarro. Thank you for joining us and giving us a good show. We hope you have a great race and a good night. We're going to bring it over to Tyler, who's going to have some ending words for us.
I really do feel bad for Derek Fulton. That was a heck of a run for him. Just a lot of the guys in general. I mean, that was such a clean race, and I can agree with them on changing the from going from having one fast repair to none, because boy, these guys were giving some really good clean racing throughout the entire field, and I look forward to when the playoffs start next week. It's going to be fun. I had a lot of fun with this, and I can't wait for next week, because boy, it's going to be exciting.
It certainly will be exciting, especially as the playoffs start. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Racecraft TV for the NRE Cup Series Irish Hills 240. Our next NASRA Series broadcast is happening on Friday for the Truck Series. That will be going down soon. Also, during this stream, we had our second broadcast team starting the DXR Series. Those are some trucks on Rallycross. If y'all want to see over there, pop over to the other stream here on Racecraft TV. I'm Austin Knight, joined by Tyler Vickery. And I just got to say, I hope y'all have an amazing night.